Do you ever want something so bad or have a desire so big and you're taking steps to get there, but you're wondering if you're doing it right or if you're even actually ever going to get there, or it feels like it's taking forever to manifest? Then this video is for you. Hi there, this is Sierra Sullivan, and I've got another little story from my life to empower, uplift, and encourage you to keep moving towards the things that you truly want in life. One of the things that I want to share with you today is a way to see, a very feminine way to see, when you actually are on the right path. You see, it's so easy to stay stuck in a rut, right? We all think so many thoughts a day, and most of those thoughts are the same thoughts that we thought the same day before that and the same day before that. We have only a small percentage of new thoughts that we think each day. So given that, our patterns are way carved out. It's like the Grand Canyon, the way we go about things, the way we think about things, the way we bring about things. It's as carved out in the way that we do that, as big and as wide and as deep as the Grand Canyon in our brains. So it's a little harder than just, yay, I'm going to think positive, to actually get out of our rut or get out of our carved out pathway or out of our old habitual ways and start seeing new results. Now, one of the ways that I've been really playing with and practicing to know that I am on the right path, because let's face it, if you're cruising down the Grand Canyon and you want to go in a different direction, it's going to take a while to turn the boat, or it's going to take a while to reroute the water. There's going to, you got to put some sticks and some stones and some trees and some leaves and really build up that dam so that that water can go in a different route. Now that in your brain is something called neuroplasticity. And it is true that we can actually reroute our neural pathways from old ways of thinking into new ways of thinking, which is super exciting. And it takes effort and it takes practice. And the biggest key that I want to share with you today to help you know when you're on the right track and to keep routing and to keep routing and to keep routing onto that new path is something I call omens. And I've also heard some of my mentors call it driftwood. Now, what are omens? What are driftwood? Well, they're just simply signs along the way that show that what you're seeking is in fact seeking you. And in fact, you are calling it into your realm. So say that you want more money and you've set a specific goal and desire to have this amount of money. Okay, so you're like, great, I'm going to have that kind of money. Now, what's going to start happening is you're going to start seeing little signposts along the way, little driftwood, little omens of that money. All of a sudden, you're going to get an email about a money manifesting workshop, or you're going to find a penny on the street, or you're going to have some sort of, birthday card with $25 in it, or perhaps you'll even just end up watching a TV show that talks about money and money issues. All those seem very benign. However, they are exact signs that say, wow, wait a second, just yesterday I said I'm going to make $10,000 this month, and now all of a sudden I'm seeing all this money stuff. They're signs, they're driftwood, they're little omens, but we usually just step on them and just think, oh, yeah, that's, we don't think about them. But instead, the way to not only know you're on the right path, but get that path and get that whole Grand Canyon moving on to the new path sooner is to celebrate the crap out of those signs and notice every little drop. So for example, Rono has been wanting to get into real estate investing. And recently he got an opportunity to take a workshop that he wasn't able to work out because we had other plans and other things that we needed to spend our money on at that moment. But instead of getting bummed out about the fact that he wasn't able to take advantage of that opportunity in that very moment, we celebrated the crap out of it because it was a sign that says, yes, buddy, that is a right path for you. Stay on the path. So for me, my personal story is that I have been truly, as you know, if you've been watching these videos for any length of time, I have been committing to not doing so much, to leaning back in my life, to approaching the things that I want from a feminine place of power, from a magnetizing place. Now, for a little overachiever like me who's used to just doing, that has been quite the Grand Canyon worth of energy to reroute. And I am getting better and better, I will have to say, but I'm not always right there cruising down my new path. However, I've been committing to seeing the omens. And lately I've had tons of omens that says, yes, don't do so much. I read The Alchemist that came into my energy field recently. I was like, okay, I see the sign. I'm going to read The Alchemist. All about omens, all about trusting the signs, all about all that stuff. Then I started seeing not butterflies, ladybugs. I started seeing ladybugs, and I was like, why am I seeing ladybugs? And then I was like, oh, ladybugs are here and ladybugs are there, as I was doing things that reminded me to slow down. First ladybug I saw when I went and had a healing session. Next ladybug I saw was when I was actually enjoying a bottle of wine with Rono. He bought a new kind of wine that we hadn't tried and loved it and had a ladybug on it. Then this morning when I was talking about omens and signs and being aware, there was a ladybug crawling on my curtain. So that ladybug, so I'm like, I gotta look up ladybug. So I looked up ladybug, and the message of ladybug is to slow down and not try to do so much and not try to rush, and know that you are manifesting and your wishes are coming true and great fortune is upon you. And it was like, wow, how amazing. And that made me feel like, great, what I'm doing, every little stick, every little twig, every little branch, every little stone that I've been placing to block the old flow of the doing and the driving and the making happen and getting stressed out and overwhelmed all the time, is working, because I'm being shown that there is a better way, and that way is going to get me what I desire, and it is going to be a more fabulous, fun, and pleasure-filled route. So I invite you to start paying attention to the signs that are all around you, to the little omens, the little symbols, the driftwood that show up on your path when you say you want something, when you have a desire, whatever that desire is. If it's you desire a man and you've been wanting a man, celebrate even if a man opens the door for you. Celebrate if a man says hello to you. Celebrate if a man bartender is flirting with you. Whatever it is, celebrate every freaking drop of it. Because if we don't celebrate those little milestones, how are we ever going to not only magnetize and create law of attraction for those to come to us, but how are we even going to recognize when the actual thing does show up? We have to acknowledge it all. So I would love to hear what signs that you have been seeing, what it is that you wanted to manifest, what desire have you put into the universe, and what you can be looking for. Please post below. I can't wait to hear what's going on with you. And until next time, have a fabulous, pleasure-filled day.